Google gets fined $5 billion by the EU. They must be running out of socialism money. What's up, everybody? Welcome aboard to Bubba's Daily Update. And the big news of the day was Google getting fined $5 billion on their operating system because they're not letting anybody else in. Once again, it looks like the EU is trying to raise some capital for their socialism programs. You know, again, I don't know. I think Apple does the same thing, don't they? I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But again, I think that, you know, they're trying to put too much control into all these companies versus allowing, again, the free markets will always adjust out, in my opinion. That's the way that I see it. In the meantime, markets were higher, but wow, what a quiet day. This might have been the slowest day. I didn't check the final volume numbers, but this might have been the slowest day of the year. It was torturous from a trading standpoint because there was really not much to do the entire time. So, you know, we were higher, okay, and nothing, and they can't shake that. IBM reported earnings. They had good earnings and rallied. American Express reported good earnings and fell. Now, the interesting thing is, if you take a look at both charts, IBM was towards the bottom end of the chart, so it rallied a little bit, and AXP was near the top end of the chart, so it fell a little bit. Again, it's what we talk about all the time. Market expectations is the same thing with oil. Today's oil number was a little bit bullish, and the markets did rally, but again, wouldn't you expect to see a rally in oil after about a 10 or 11% drop? I mean, are we kidding anybody? We're sellers of oil. Oil's going lower. I don't care what they're talking about and the excuses that they want to make of why it went down here. It broke down the pattern, very similar to gold. Now, gold was down lower this morning, managed to rally back a little bit. I think it closed maybe slightly positive. And we should, listen, we're due a bounce in gold regardless. I mean, a dead cat bounce would never be a surprise here. The question is can it break back above 1240 and stay there? I would say that would be unlikely right now. I think there's going to be a run at 1200. The dollar did close above 95, but it was much stronger earlier, and it kind of faded late just to close above that 95 level. But Bitcoin into the 7,000s now. I thought the interesting action came in the grain markets today. The grains were kind of flippy-floppy all day long. Corn and wheat and beans ended up closing a little bit higher. Wheat closed lower. But to me, it looks like there's an announcement coming out. And after the close today, Mexico talked about putting together a new NAFTA. So again, it appears that the president's programs are starting to affect. But I think there's going to be an announcement, out of China in the next couple of days. We'll see what happens. But the way the markets are trading, it looks like they're waiting for a real big news item. And I can't imagine any more bad news that can push the grains lower. So I can only see good news that would push them higher. In the meantime, the meats, cattle on feeders on Friday. Meantime, feeders and fats both are up about $3 today, both up almost limit. So again, they look really solid. Now, I would not be a new buyer here. Fats may be breaking out because our target is 110, 112, but we're already at 109. So I'm not going to stick up here and chase up here. I want to see if it can actually hold this breakout. Fats are up near their 155 target. Now, they could break out, but again, I would expect a pullback in both. We'll see. We're not selling them here. We're still long. But again, wouldn't be surprised at a little bit of a pullback. Hogs continue to be troubled, but they did have a late rally. Again, those in the grains are the most affected, and they're all kind of indicating that there might be some sort of announcement coming out here. So we'll see how it plays out from there. The bonds were lower. Chair Powell was on the Hill talking about rates, and of course, Fed funds are indicating that we're going to get 2 more rate hikes this year. But everybody's trying to manipulate the market. Everybody's trying to manipulate how we get out of it. The real key is when people start leaving their jobs for other jobs and the companies have to start to pay more and we start to see some inflation. Our black swan event remains the same, a stronger dollar, higher interest rates. The interest rates haven't caught up yet, so we'll see how this all plays out. At the end of the day, we're going to tell you right now, neutral, don't get too involved. It looks like it's just a really quiet, tired market. Volatility continues to get crushed. Let's see what it looks like tomorrow. In the meantime, we'll see you back here tomorrow on Bubba's Daily Update after the close. And remember to check out our high school investing program if you'd like to help us out, highschoolinvesting.com. Please go to Patreon, patreon.com/Bubba Trading. And of course, don't forget to catch the Bubba Show every day at libertytalk.fm, 4 to 5 Eastern. British Open starts tomorrow. Who's going to win? All-Star game. What a great game that was. And Manny Machado's trade gets snagged going to LA, but I think he's going to the Dodgers. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much. This is Bubba's Daily Update. We'll see you tomorrow.